Hello world, this is Rex Alpha TV in conjunction with QSTPS TV and Meznanya Africa, and also Owiti music channel on YouTube, welcoming you to our show that discusses LGBTQ issues in an LGBTQ plus planet, with an LGBTQ approach, and with the fact that God is inside everybody and is everybody in this green world. This being the Africa Climate Summit in this week of September 2023, being held in Nairobi, where we are residing. We are grateful to our country, Kenya, for hosting the African Climate Summit, and we are also welcoming all the guests who have come from every corner of the world to Nairobi, Kenya. Karibu sana, asante sana. We are happy to even hear the Swahili of the great Secretary General, aka President of the World, Antonio Guterres. You can also say asante. That's good. So, of course, it's a very important summit which every human being who is concerned about the well-being of the planet, where they serve humanity, should be aware of the climate issue that is affecting the world. Of course, we are LGBT affirming believers in God, knowing that God is involved in the whole system of the universe, and planet Earth is one part of that universe, and we are in the solar system, and the sun plays a very significant part in the growth of the planet, both its natural growth and its artificial growth. And we as humans, we both help in the natural and artificial, which is the technological part of the world, the growth of the world. So it's a very good summit which we've been doing our best to keep watching. As we said on Rex Alpha TV, we devoted our time to study what climate change is, because it was something that we were not taught about in school when we did geography and any other ecological or geological subject in school. Mostly it's geography, where you cover weather and climate. So it's something that you as an individual should put upon yourself that responsibility to read and learn about climate change, and the climate itself. So that's it. It affects us because we are vulnerable human beings of God, and we are affected by our environment. Our environment shapes us to be who we are. We can talk for long about that, and I don't want to do that. I just want you to keep abreast with all that's happening there, and know that the coming declaration that will be signed will be accepted at the United Nations General Assembly, which is also having its UNGA, the UNGA meeting happening started this September and will end mid-September or October. So we are grateful. Welcome to Nairobi, Kenya. This is where we are as Africans. I am also a Ugandan by residence, even though ancestral-wise I have connections to Uganda and South Sudan and Sudan, which is Sudan, and then also Zimbabwe, where my mother hails from. So, of course, in a mourning and celebration of my mother, she went to heaven, and we are grateful for her life as a vulnerable Kenyan, who had suffered from epilepsy, and it's a very horrible disease, but God kept her in all of that. Even she was, of course, taking medication. But even with all of that, epileptic people die early. and that's what happened. So anyway, she's gone to heaven, and we honor her, and she lives through us and in us every day, just like all the spirits that have gone to heaven. Yeah, even as we've done many songs on our Owiti channel for the spirits that have gone to heaven, including my grandmother, many of my aunties from Zimbabwe, and a schoolmate called Brenda Wamala. She's the daughter of the great General Wamala. We also did a song in honor of her. She was assassinated in an assassination attempt of her father, the general, in Uganda in 2021. So she also went to heaven, a young lady, but a very bold woman and heroic leader, whom we used to know in school as a wonderful woman to everyone. Yeah, so we thank God for their lives. That's life. That's the planet we live in. Yeah, we are animals, higher animals. Yeah, we have appetite. We have life. Yes, and we do our best to keep our lives on the planet with God. And climate change is a part of our life. Yes, the food, where we get our food, it's rain-fed economy, and water is also a chemical, and the sun helps in photosynthesis of the plants, that which now give us fruits, and we eat from them. Then we grow, and then because we have energy, we can read and study the planet we are in. And to study the planet is to worship God. It's to pray. Yeah, and there are many ways of doing that. So we are grateful for the summit. It's going to go on. Of course, there have been protests. Yeah, and you're free to protest and air your view. Yes, and express your sadness as to what the world is in. Yes, it is also prayer. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much, and thank you, President Ruto, for hosting the world in Nairobi, Kenya. Karibuni, all the world, and asante sana. Thank you very much for coming to lovely Nairobi, Kenya.